Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Because I have a sweet drone. Take a look, it's in a book. You're welcome. Today, we actually untarped our first two plots and went ahead and tarped the second two plots. So, I want to show you what it looks like. It looks pretty good. Not too bad. Some dead bugs under here. The tarp did its job. Yeah, there's still some grass that's going to need to be hoed up. That managed to survive. Well, we only have one tarp, so we had to move it over here to our second plot, our second set of plots, to start killing any grass and grass seeds that would come up over there. The purpose of this tarp, though, was to get the seeds to germinate and then kill them. And it looks fairly dead, so I feel pretty good about it. We knew we weren't going to get 100%, but even looking at this pathway, which we didn't even till, you can see what it did to this. There's still some yellow grass there that it will recover. But here's something interesting. If you look close enough, this black tarp got hot enough to actually burn the ends of the grass. And now we're ready to make our rows. Add any amendments into this, till it in the amendments and fertilizer, and prepare for planting. Yay! Which is what we're gonna do soon. You can see the second leaves starting to come out, how they break through the stem here. I'm trying to keep it in focus. It's kind of neat though. So looking at it from the top, you really couldn't see that. When you look at the side and you see how they, the second leaves kind of pop up out the middle and push the other ones out. Kind of cool. So update on our apple tree. As you can see, compared to what it was before, we've cleaned out a ton of the vines, pretty much all of them. There's still some stuck in the tree. We were able to get a bunch down, but you can see where they were all growing over here. But everything's at least disconnected from the tree to the ground. Now we've got to clear all this up. Still a lot of work to do, but the vast majority of it's done. Had to clear some limbs off of that guy. But you can see it's starting to blossom. Just like everything is. So it's Wednesday, April 7th. It's planting day. So we got a few of the beds ready, and we're ready to plant some potatoes and onions today. It's a beautiful morning. We're getting a little bit of a late start, but that's okay. And we're gonna actually have some stuff in the ground. So we're starting by planting potatoes. We're gonna do, I think, 2 rows of potatoes. We thought 3, but I think we'll be able to get them all in 2 rows. And then we're gonna do onions and a few other vegetables on these 2 rows. So, but we're getting started, finally planting things in the ground.
Do some radishes first. These are really neat because they'll be ready to harvest in about 30 days, 21 to 27 days for some of them a little bit longer. But these are super easy to grow. They're frost tolerant, so you can plant them a couple weeks before the last frost. So they'll give you a good harvest to start out with really early in the season. So I've got a couple different kinds here. We're gonna plant some now, and then in about 2 weeks we'll come back and plant some more so we can have a succession harvest instead of planting them all and ending up with 500 radishes and nothing to do with them. So all of these seeds for radishes, they go in really shallowly in the soil. It's like a 1/4 inch deep, and they're pretty close together. It's only about 2 inches apart, 1 to 2 inches apart, depending on which one. So I'm just gonna take them. And just gonna press them into the soil. Save some of these for later. Carrots in now. Carrots have tiny, tiny seeds, so I'm not even going to try to space them properly right now. They like to be sown really shallowly, so you're basically just putting them in the ground and lightly covering them. And I'm just drew with my finger 3 lines, and I'm just going to sprinkle them across. Once they come up, I'll go back in and thin them. So here we go. Easy as that. Beautiful day in the garden. Got everything planted up for spring. Got our potatoes here. What we did to put them in the ground is we just set them in. They're about 12 inches apart, 1 row this way, and then kind of zigzagged across a 2nd row along this one. And that way we can get 80 potatoes in a row. Down there we've got the rest of the potatoes, didn't want them to go to waste. And then we put our onion starts in. Down this 3rd row, we finished up our onions, and then we've got all of our peas. And then today we planted this 4th row full of all the rest of our spring vegetables. There are radishes, beets, carrots, some head lettuce, and cut and come again lettuce, spinach, and then I finished the row with some herbs to get them going.